Hello and happy full moon in Aries. Happy Libra season. Happy October. There's a lot going on right now. And tomorrow is the Libra Season Workshop. And I had Giuseppe, my cat, pick the card for this week. Last week, Mitzi, my other cat, who are both brother and sister, born in Aries with Libra moon. So this is literally like the crux of their time. And they have been so extra cuddly and inspiring me to be more touchy-feely, romantic, sexual, intimate, all those things. And I cannot believe the card he pulled. It took a little coaxing to get him because he was on fabric that he really liked. But the card he pulled, I'm just going to tell you, is the Lovers. And this card is actually ruled by Libra. It's ruled by Venus. Venus rules Libra. I can't. So before we get into this, let me just tell you, if any of the following resonates with you, I would love for you to join. And even if it doesn't, I would love for you to join us and me for the Libra Season Workshop tomorrow, October 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you can't be there live because of work or time zone or whatever, buying a ticket in advance not only supports me, but you still get everything. You get access to all of the resources. You get a full replay. Everything automatically records, even divided up so like you can watch the meditation separately and all of that. You get everything that everyone else gets. And if you are eligible based on your location, you still get a name drawing for the giveaway that's worth $200 worth of stuff. And if you want to see what's in that, you can watch my Libra season promo video on YouTube. And there's so much good stuff. There's even a camera in there. And I am very excited about this. So doing that, like, you ensure that you are eligible for the giveaway and everything, and you can also join us live. And that means you can also get like some one-on-one coaching time with me and FaceTime. But if you don't, you can still just, you can watch it at your leisure later. It's really great. So I'd love for you to join us. Get your ticket now, get your place. And I'm looking at the countdown right now. It says 1 day, 1 hour, 58 minutes. Like, tick, 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 tick. Let's go. And you have to get in there before, like, a half an hour before 7 so that I can send you all the materials and stuff. The earlier the better, because I do like to prep you. Okay, so let's talk about what the Lovers card means. Also, this is from the Wild Unknown deck, which I know looks very rainbowy on the outside by Kim Kranz, but a lot of the cards are actually kind of a little more dark just in their color palette. And when this card came out, I was like, I don't even think I've drawn this card from this deck before. It's just a rainbow with birds. Like, ah, I can't with it. It's so good. So it was drawn upright from Giuseppe's little furry paws, but let's talk about both, because I think at this point we're just really talking about balance, which is Libra season, literally by a scale. So when we are unbalanced with the Lovers, or when this card comes up, it is basically saying that we are feeling unaligned or disharmonious, or maybe there's a cognitive dissonance, maybe we are feeling like there's a decision that we don't know exactly how to make. Maybe we're weighing pros and cons, or we are really stuck in our heads about something and we're not allowing ourselves to feel. Maybe we are people pleasing and making decisions based on that. Maybe we are not aligning our values with our thoughts, with our words, with our actions. So if something feels icky and sticky, maybe the misalignment is actually coming from an outside source. So Libra is very much about relationships, partnering, and, you know, when we have an imbalance with a relationship, that can look like a lot of different things. When with a lot of people recently, I've been seeing a lot of people becoming way more themselves and reaching out bigger and brighter and bolder and extra and becoming more spiritual and stripping down layers, and it gives me goosebumps. It's so incredible and juicy and fabulous, and I love it. But sometimes, a lot of the time, partners, friends, coworkers, whoever, aren't ready for that shit because they don't want to look inward. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that themselves. That frightens them. Whatever their own shit is with that, they don't like it. So seeing that as a mirror, you holding that up to them, is going to make them feel uncomfortable, or maybe they don't have any interest in doing that, so that just feels too much. And a lot of us have been told that we're too much, too something, too. And fuck that. You're not, I mean, you can be a lot of something, but that doesn't mean that it's too much. You are just the right amount. And if you want to expand that even more, I encourage the shit out of it. I honestly love doing these workshops and my own personal development and evolution because I feel that I'm getting deeper and more expansive and taking up more space. And the reason that self-care becomes even a bigger practice during this is because we when we have so much energy and light, we attract a lot of things. So it becomes a balance of like how to balance your energy. And that's something that I've really tried to incorporate within these workshops, is not just connecting or reconnecting to your mind, body, and spirit, but your energy, how to balance that as well. So maybe your partner, whoever that is, or whatever, someone in your life is like, wow, so you're talking about spirituality, huh? Thought we were on the same page, that you were like an atheist or agnostic or Christian. I thought we were never going to have to deal with this. Why are you talking to yourself in the mirror, doing mirror work? Why are you repeating affirmations? Why are you talking to yourself? Are you crazy? What are you doing? This is outside of my comfort zone. And just because you're going outside of your comfort zone deliberately doesn't mean that I feel comfortable even being around it. And you talking to me, even though you want an outlet for it, makes me feel weird. And that is where they are. And ultimately, we have to decide that we have to decide, are we going to continue to vibrate at this higher vibe level and invite our partner or whoever, the world, to come meet us up at this higher vibration? Or are we going to allow someone else's lower vibe or pessimism or whatever to lower our mood, our shit, our alignment, our intensity, and to come meet them where they are? So you have a choice. You have a choice to acknowledge that everything you have and need is inside of you, and you can continue to grow that and expand that as much and as big and as bold as you want to, and labels don't mean a damn thing. Or you can be like, well, they told me that I'm too much, so I guess I need to dull my light. And I can't tell you that one thing is better than the other. I can just tell you what feels better for me, which is not letting anyone tell me, well, I can't control what people do, right? People can tell me that I am too much. People can tell me to dull that shit. But I can say that it feels better when I say, thanks for your opinion, and keep doing what I want anyway. So the Lovers card, there can be a lot of imbalance. There can be just, yeah, like a lot of, why am I strung up on this indecisiveness, which is actually a big thing that we that we deal with in Libra season is making decisions and sticking with them and standing by them, which ultimately comes down to self-worth. And what we are seeking in this card and in Libra season is harmony within our relationships, within our souls, within our bodies. We are looking for love and peace and attraction and balance. And when we get to align all of these things, we just feel better. So I invite you to explore what's going on in your life. And if something feels out of whack, you know, if something feels like there's a conflict or a decision that needs to be made, or a relationship that feels combative or restrictive right now, what can you do to keep yourself in the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say, as I say, as people say? It's the term that we use to invite ourselves and keep ourselves in this place where manifesting happens, where magic happens, where we feel the most aligned, the most beautiful, the most fantastic. And there's a whole episode of that on Supersonic Self-Love, episode 3, that comes with a free meditation. So if you don't know anything about the vortex, I would love for you to check that out. It's very incredible. But yeah, you know, in the Libra season workshop, we're going to be talking about balance. We're going to be talking about romance for yourself and others. We're going to be talking about speaking your truth and feng shui, plus a lot of other things. But those are the 4 main topics for the lecture. And you know, the Lovers card obviously is called the Lovers. There's 2, not that there's not triads and poly and all types of different kinds of relationships, but ultimately when you have a relationship, you're still focusing on one person at a time, and there's a different dynamic with each person individually. And this card can be about relationships and romance and sex. And we're going to dive into that too. We're going to talk about romance and sex and self-love, literally. And yeah, like, let's tap into this inner energy that allows us to not only love ourselves, but love other people. And do it in an aligned, beautiful, joyful way that doesn't feel like a struggle, like a fight, like a frustration. Because I know that it can feel like that, especially when you have possibly been quarantined, locked down, sheltering in place with a partner or partners, and all those little things just keep butting heads. And or maybe you haven't seen them in a very long time and you feel disconnected or whatever. There's a lot going on right now with romance that we kind of need to lift the veil and fucking talk about. Why don't we talk about sex the way that we talk about everything else? Let's release that taboo. So there's a lot more I can say on this, but I'm already over 13 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up. And I really hope that you come to the Libra Season Workshop tomorrow, and you can go to uncustomary.org/zodiac workshops, or just check out the link below, and I really hope to see you live there. Have a wonderful full moon. Let me know if you're celebrating or doing anything special. Soon I'm gonna jump on a live ritual call, and then I'm gonna go see some Halloween lights. Alrighty, bye-bye.